Good morning. We are up and on trail before 7 o'clock this morning, so that's good. It's going to be a warm day. We got to climb up to Kenosha Pass this morning. It's going to be about, I think it's a 6-mile water carry. Everybody was telling me it was a 10-mile water carry, but when I looked and actually read the comments, when you get up there to the pass, there's a campground that has a spigot. So I'm not going to try to worry about a 10-mile carry. If I can get water at the campground, we'll stop there and take our break. And so I'm looking at on the schedule today is for about a little over 16 miles. We're going to just pick it up just a little bit, and we're going to slow it back down going in to Breckenridge. Just stop for a quick break. Second water break. We have 2.7 miles to Kenosha Pass. We've already covered 4.5 miles. So we're doing good. Sun's coming up. It's getting hot though. So I'm glad we got up early to get some of these miles out of the way before the heat sets in. But some of these views are absolutely beautiful, coming up over these mountains and these open areas. Alright, I'm going to finish this snack and then we're going to get back on trail. We made it to Kenosha Pass. We got to cross over here and then we'll go to the campground for some water. Alright, here at Kenosha Pass you can hitch into Fairplay. Well, there's a restaurant in Jefferson. There's no longer a Jefferson Market there, but you can hitch into Fairplay that way, or you can hitch into Bailey going that direction. But we've got enough food now to get us to Breckenridge, so we're just going to keep on pushing. Well, looky here, we didn't have to go very far. The camp post has some water set out and a drinking bowl and everything right here, so we don't have to go all the way into the campsite. So, all right, we're gonna rest up here and take our next break. Well, the camp post isn't here, but they've got Sprite sitting out in a cooler. There's a thing of fresh fruit here. to take, and there's also that water. So this is amazing. We don't have to go find a spigot to drink out of, and get to sit and relax here for a few minutes before we keep pushing. So we're gonna enjoy this. I don't know if anybody's here or not. I haven't seen anybody come out. They might be taking care of the campground somewhere, but we are gonna enjoy this for a minute. All right, we have left the campground and we're getting some pretty beautiful exposed views up here, but that also makes it hot. So we've already stopped and taken 2 breaks since we left the campground. We're coming up on about a mile to the next water source. Watch where I'm walking, I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I just don't want Leo to get into a heat exhaustion state again, so I filled up my water there at the campground, and we've stopped and taken 2 water breaks already in the last, 3 miles. We're not in a big hurry to get the 16 miles a day. As a matter of fact, if we need to, we'll stop at the water source and just rest again and wait for the later afternoon to get hiking again. But man, this is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, we made it to the water source here past Kenosha Pass. Nice little creek area. I'm going to set up right here, and this is where we're going to have lunch. Probably going to sit for probably a good hour and a half, wait for it to cool off a little bit more. We got 6 miles left to hike. Should take about 3 hours total, so I'm not in any hurry. We've got the majority of the miles done, except for the fact that it is all climbing from here, but everything's gradual. There's nothing been like super steep or anything like that, so we should be good. I just want to wait till the cool of the day. Alright, we took a nice long break there at that water source, had lunch, and we got 6 miles left for the day. Waited till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so It's not as hot. That hot part of the day from like 11:30 to 2 o'clock, it gets brutal. If you're in the open air like I am right now. But look at those views. So we just skipped that hot part of the day and we'll push on into camp. Should get there, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours at the tops. Not trying to set any speed records by any means. Just leaving the Jefferson Creek area. Has a beautiful little camping spot. If it lines up with your miles, recommend that you stay there. There's a big group of kids staying there tonight though, so it'll be a lot of hustle and bustle. They were excited. They were having a good time. It's awesome to see them out here. Grandparents, parents, and probably a group of 6 kids, so they look like they're having a lot of fun. But we're gonna push on. Last part of the day. Just 3 more miles to where we're planning on camping. It's nice and cool now. Sun's starting to not be as harsh as it was earlier. Leo got in the creek there, got the feet and the belly wet, so he's feeling good. Gonna get these last little bit of miles done. Alright, we got camp all set up. Time to make dinner. On the menu tonight, we've got spicy chicken ramen with some garlic and herbs white chunked chicken. And throw that in the pot together. And it's going to be delicious. Alright guys, let's see how this is. It smells spicy. It's not bad. It would be spicy for somebody who doesn't have a very big heat tolerance, but alright. 16.5 miles today. Gonna plan somewhere between 12 and 14 tomorrow. That'll leave us either 10 or 8 into Breckenridge. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna climb in the tent and get some sleep. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.